return home as a step towards one day maybe coaching an AFL side in your own right?
Still a long way off coaching an AFL side. Not really putting a limit on my coaching where it's going to take me. If you asked me 4 years ago if I would be coaching the Magpies, I wouldn't have seen that as a possibility. So the last couple of years at GWS, really learned a lot off some really good people. Love the coaching now, and to get this opportunity was just too good to pass up.
Any sort of specifics you reckon you'll be able to translate from your role as an assistant coach to taking charge of the team on your own?
Yeah, obviously a really young group at GWS. I've loved working closely with them, developing them, doing extra sessions. They're a different breed, the young guys these days, so understanding that you have to treat different personalities differently. It's not just one set way. So I've learned a great deal, especially under Leon Cameron, who's just such a great person, just so honest and open. So I'll be taking a lot of what I've learned from him into my next chapter.
You're in better nick now than when you played.
I don't have to run and do cardio now, so it's just a fair bit of time spent in the gym, which is good fun.
The photo in the advertiser of you with your shirt out, the shirt off, stop traffic. Unusual, went ballistic.
Yeah, they were the days.
Chad, how do you think you'll manage the balance between developing players for Ken to take into the power team and wanting to put your own mark on the Maggies and to win every week?
Yeah, I'll be there to win. I think you've got to respect the Magpies brand and the supporters and the past legends of the club by winning. I see that as the number one focus. Also keeping in mind you've got to develop the players and prepare them for their AFL career as well. But number one goal is to win. Developing players, comes in a close second.
You said you arrived this morning. What was the feeling like when you walked back through these doors?
It was brilliant. I saw Daniel Norton, the great man, who has done a lot for me. So I saw him first, and then bumped into Russell Ebert. So many familiar faces, and just to be in the change rooms again. I hadn't been in here since I left in 2011. It did feel like coming home, and a great feeling. Can't wait to be part of it again.
When it was announced, when you first spoke to your dad, what did he say to you?
Well, Ken rang me a couple of weeks ago and just put the idea forward. I was only a day or two away from signing with GWS, so I wasn't quite sure about it. Dad was the first person I rang and said, "What would you think if I coached the Magpies?" He broke out laughing, but then explained the role, the opportunity. I think he knows my want to come back here and knew it for a few years, so it's just too good to pass up, and he's right behind the decision.
Have you spoken to Glitter about what to expect?
Yeah, I've had a quick chat with him. He did a lot for me in my last year here. He saw the writing on the wall and how I was going to finish up, so he really mentored through me that last year. So I've got a lot of respect for him, and he's already said that he'll give me a lot of help in just knowing the players and the game plan and the game style and just what's involved with being the senior coach of the Magpies. So to have him in your corner and behind you is a real bonus.
Will you be doing anything with the AFL team on their match days or anything like that?
Yeah, Kenny's keen to get me involved somehow. What exact role is, I'm not sure, but he wants me involved match days. During the week, I'll obviously be here every day. I think he wants me to play a role in developing the key position players. So to be able to be the head coach over at the Magpies, but still be under the AFL system and learn from Kenny and Matty Nicks and Gary Hocking, it's just such a great role, and I'm so excited and thankful for it.
How much of a learning curve was it going across to GWS and basically starting at a club and going through that whole startup process?
Yeah, it really got me out of my comfort zone. It was the first time I'd really been put in that position. So we were out at Blacktown. I don't know if you know Sydney, but it's really out west, and the facilities weren't great, and just a young 18-year-old team with a couple of senior guys. So times were tough there early on. It's really hard in that group up though, and you learn a lot about yourself going through those hard times. So to be in that position, working with so many young guys, I think it puts me in good stead leading into this role.
Have you seen footy change in your time as a coach?
Just the younger generation, like I sort of touched on before. Back then it was sort of my way or the highway. If you're the senior coach, the younger generation don't deal so well with that. So you've got to be open to that. You've got to realise everyone's personalities and sort of treat people, regarding in accordance to that. So just dealing with the younger generation is probably the main thing I've learned coaching at GWS.
A lot of water's gone under the bridge in 4 years since you left. Do you feel like this is really his home and you've been welcomed back?
Yeah, the last couple of years, just being back at Adelaide Oval when we played there, or GWS when I was there, the reaction from the supporters just sort of blew me away, and especially this year with Kane's last game. I came over for that, and the reaction, honestly, it blew me away from the supporters. So, that love was still there from them. And in the back of my mind, walking around the Oval that day, I was thinking, I would really love to come back here one day. So that got me thinking. I didn't realise it would happen this quickly. But for it to happen this quickly is a huge bonus, and like I said, I just can't wait to get into it.
And what sort of coach do you think you'll be?
I'm a ruthless, hard-edged coach, but in saying that, you know, I treat them with what they give me. If they give me effort, they give me intensity every session, I'll give them a lot of love back. So, like I said before, I love working one-on-one with them, getting down and dirty with them, joining and training with them and that kind of stuff. But yeah, there's a ruthless and tough side to it, that's for sure.
Is the ruthless part just wanting to win?
Oh, ruthless is what I learned as soon as I walked in here when I was 18. You know, the Port Adelaide way, ruthless, tough, head over the footy. Mark Williams was big in driving that into me. Phil Walsh, I've learnt from so many great coaches, and you take bits from every coach that you learn from, and the best parts of that, so that's what I'll be trying to do.